Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is logarithm part 5, and we are moving forward. We've done logarithm law 1, logarithm law 2, logarithm law 3, logarithm law 4. Now we are on logarithm law 5 and logarithm law 6. So this shows that we are moving onward. So if you look at this logarithm very well, it's very straightforward. So you have log logarithm to its own base, okay, which shows that we have logarithm of b to base b. What that represents is that they must be the same number. They must be the same number, okay. So it means that it must be the same base, as in the number on the base must also be the same as this number here. That is why we're using the same capital letter. So logarithm of b to base b is equals to 1, okay, which is logarithm to its own base. Example, I can say log, okay, let me just write it here. I can say log 5 to base 5. You understand? So if you look at it very well, it's the same number. It's straightforward. It's just simple. All you just need to know is that you just need to pick, you know, just need to be sure that they have the same number. So log 5 to base 5 is equals to what? 1. It's as simple as that. So it's very, very straightforward. So log 5 to base 5 is equals to 1. So I can also say that I can also use another example here. So since we have log 5 to base 5 is equals to 1, so I can also say, let me use the word, let me say log 10 to base 10, okay? This is also equals to what? 1, okay? So, and don't forget, I've told you that in sword, I've mentioned this in sword, anything raised to power 0 is also equals to 1. And I also made myself as an example that joy raised to power 0 is equals to 1, okay? But in this case, for logarithm, log 10 to base 10, the same number is equals to 1. I can give you, it's not compulsory that it's going to be figure. I can also use alphabet, like what we have. I can say log C to base C is also equals to what? 1. So that is an example of what logarithm to its own base. You can see that it's very, very simple, okay, and then it's straightforward. It's not something that we need to start disturbing ourselves. Then we also have the other part of this number 6, that is logarithm of 1. For number 5, it's very straightforward. So for number 6, we also have logarithm of 1. Logarithm of 1, which is very, very important. So for logarithm of 1, that one is, for logarithm of 1, that one is also straightforward. Okay, you can see that we have that there. Then we can also say that from logarithm of 1 to base b, logarithm of 1 to base b is equals to what? 0. Okay, so then we can give an example of what we are talking about here. So logarithm of 1 to base b is equals to 0. So I can say here that log 1 to base 10 is equals to what? 0. Log 1 to base 10 is equal to 0. How do we arrive at it? Let's assume they give you find the value of log 1 to base b. At the end of the day, it means that I can just say, let's assume they say find value of, I wanted to show you how we arrive at log 1 to base 10 equals what? 0. Find value of what? Log 1 to base what? 10. Don't forget how I explain how you can solve value questions. Okay, don't forget how I explain how you can solve value questions. So the first thing you just need to do, you just need to equate, that is equate that log 1 to base 10 to any alphabet. Okay, either A, B, C, any alphabet you want. You can pick it, maybe X, which is the common alphabet used in mathematics. So from here, I can just say log 1. Since I'm looking for the value, I will just say log 1 to base 10. Log 1 to base 10 equals, let me just say X. So from the value law that I explained in logarithm part 1, if you've not watched it, please go and watch it so that I can understand exactly what I'm saying here. So this one is the same thing as saying 1, that implies that is 1 equals 10 raised to power what? X. Okay, and for me to get 1, I've told you anything raised to power 0 is 1. So this one is the same thing as 10 raised to power 0 equals 10 raised to power what? X. Do you see it now? So that implies X is equal to what? 0. Therefore, logarithm of 1 to base 10 is equal to what? 0. So that's explain why we can have logarithm of 1 to base 10 to be equals to what? 0. Because at the end of the day, by the time we find the value for logarithm, we'll, we'll still eventually get what? 0. You see, find the value of logarithm of 1 to base 10. Logarithm of 1 is equals to X. Okay, it can be any alphabet. It can be A, it can be B, it can be C, it can be D. Okay, by the time you raise it, 1 equals 10 raised to power X. And I said anything raised to power 0 is equals to what? 1. So raise it, and I've mentioned it in logarithm part 1, part 2, part 3, that you can cancel. They have the same base. Okay, cancel and bring down the what? The power. And at the end of the day, you will get your answer to be 0. Please continue to like, continue to comment, continue to share, and all the questions you share, please, you can share your answer and then invite others so that other people can also learn. Thank you very much. Cheers.